This afternoon we're going to talk about organization diagnosis, about analysis. And we first want to demonstrate a little bit how different analysis can happen. Civil society organization management, management of civil society organizations. You are all managers of a civil society organization, or you are working for or with managers of civil society organization. If you think from the perspective of a manager of a civil society organization, what is his or her main concern? What is the ultimate concern of that person as a manager? What should he or she basically care about? Yeah? What do you need in order to be able to fulfill your mission? Sustainable. Resources. Unless and until you have fulfilled your mission, if you have what we've already said this morning, your mission often is, you spoke about certain things this morning, your missions are not things that you're going to deliver in the next 2 years. Your missions are long-term objectives. So indeed, your primary responsibility is to make sure that your mission is being fulfilled. In order, so the major concern of a manager to ensure that you can continue working towards fulfilling that mission is to make sure that you exist. Make sure that as an organization you can continue. Of course, there are also organizations that are put in place specifically, we call them project organizations, that are there for a very short period just to deliver, to organize an event or something like that. But in general, we talk about organizations that are not there just for a very particular event. We talk about social issues that we want to deal with. So we talk about ensuring the sustainability of your organization. So sustainability should be a key concern of each manager. Are organizations automatically sustainable? No. You will have to work hard for that. What are particular things that may affect the sustainability of your organization? With what you achieve, ideas about what to do and how to do things. This has to do with your resource base. In light of objectives. When we talk about, as a manager, when we want to look after the sustainability of our organization, we need to take into account a number of core issues. We need to know whether we are doing the right things, whether we have the right ideas, in light of what we actually want to achieve. Are these ideas indeed fulfilling a need of beneficiaries in our context? Does the context allow for these things to happen? Or are there maybe regulatory reasons that stop us from doing that? And we have to make sure that we do it in such a way that we balance the financial resources with the needs, or with the products that we want to achieve. These are elements that all either help or hinder the sustainability of our organization. We are talking now about how to ensure the sustainability of your organization. Now that's a big question. You say, okay, tell me how to ensure sustainability of my organization. That involves everything. So as a manager, you cannot ask yourself that question every day. It's too big. It's too complex. What we do here is we describe a process by which you can do organization diagnosis. And here, so my request to you as managers is to put together a process that helps you ensure the sustainability of your organization. To put a capacity building process together that helps to ensure the sustainability of your organization. That's my question to you as managers. Before you start analyzing, the first step in the actual diagnostic process would be what we call an intake process, a startup process, where we start figuring out what is the real problem here. Can we make it more specific than just sustainability? Is the problem about that we don't have the right ideas? Is the problem that we don't have money in light of the things that we want to do? Is it because the environment is hindering us? Is it because we are not sure about the actual needs of our beneficiaries? Can be many things. So here, in this intake process, we try to become more specific in what is the concern that we are now dealing with. This we start formulating in what we will call in this course a basic question. A basic question is nothing more than the purpose of your organization diagnostic process. What specifically do we want to have out? What answers do we want to have at the end of this diagnostic process? There, of course, we go through a number of logical steps. Fact-finding, analysis, assessment. Fact-finding is about what? Analysis is about why? And assessment, that is, it's good or it's bad. Or a mark from 1 to 10. Because only after you've set marks, you start thinking about recommendations. If it is a high mark, your recommendation will be that you keep it. If it is a low mark, you will say that you will change it. Fact-finding, analysis, assessment. 3 steps here, 3 sequential steps. Now, we as men have a problem with one of these steps. Women are doing one of these steps much better than men do. We have a tendency to do this. Of course, generalization. We as men have a tendency to see facts and to have very quickly a judgment ready. We love to jump to conclusions. Now, of course, in this room there will be men that say that's not true. I'm a very good analyst. Of course, in general, we're talking. Men in general. Men have a problem with this stuff. We do not have the patience, we do not have the... Yeah, we get bored. We don't have the patience to continue asking why. And you know, women, they like to talk and they like to talk why. Now, of course, we cannot leave all the men here being frustrated now about not being able to do a good diagnostic process, because women also have a problem. Which of the things are men more forthcoming with? There is a tendency, and again, it's generic, there's a tendency for men to be much more quick in coming to a conclusion, to come to a decision, to come to a judgment. While women are logically, because they want to understand the situation carefully before they come to a judgment. And even then, you will see that women will say, yeah, but maybe, and I've seen it happening in many organizations with which I was working, that women will say, yeah, but it's not nice to say that. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, but still it's not nice. We do not want to hurt his or her feelings. So can't we pass, or can't we forget about that judgment? Of course, it's not only a gender issue, there is a cultural element in it as well. But the point being that these 3 steps are necessary, all 3 steps are necessary to come to a good diagnosis. You will see here on the side that we are talking about an institutional analysis and an organization analysis. Here, the institutional analysis is about the context within which the organization operates. Looking at the picture that Luciana presented, it's the factors and the actors and output, resources,